What's going on YouTube? Brews here, back with another tutorial. So today I'm going to show you guys how I make chord progressions and how I make chords. So let's get into it here. I have an empty project file. I'm using Logic Pro X. You can use any DAW, obviously. So what I'm going to do is create a 4-bar loop here. And if you're new to my channel, I make tutorials like this one. Come out with new music every week. I make house music and rap beats. So if you're feeling generous, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Comment your thoughts down below. Would love to hear from you, and really helps me grow the channel. So anyway, that's my plug. So let's get into it. And for this video, I'm going to use Nexus 2. When I'm making chords, a lot of the time I like to use piano. Even like if I'm not going to keep it as a piano, I just find it my favorite instrument to make chords with. So I can go ahead and switch the sound later, or sometimes I'll actually use a piano. But I'm going to use this Ballad Grand piano in Nexus 2. Really like the pianos in Nexus. If you know any good like piano synths, please comment down below. Definitely trying to find some more. So anyway, I'm going to create a 4-bar loop here. And one of the things I do a lot of the time is I'll start with the bass line and make chords from the bass line. I find that's like a really easy way to get some chords. So I'm going to pull up my typing keyboard here, turn the volume up, and to start the bass line, I'm going to try to find like 2 starting notes. So I'm just going to play around here. Turn it down here. So I'm liking this B, D, so I'm going to start with B. I'm going to draw it in here. Gonna make the notes half a bar, or the chords for now. Go A, then G. So I like that. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find out what key this bass line is in. Since I started with B, I know it's going to be either B major or B minor. And bear with me, I do not know much music theory. Really just trial and error. That's how I learned, and just use my ears. So you do not need to know a lot of music theory to make good chord progressions. I'm sure it could help, but I don't. So that's just my experience. So it's not B major. As you can see, when I press B major, it moved the notes. So I'm going to do Command Z on my Mac to undo that. I'm going to try B minor, and it did not move the notes. So that means our key is in B minor. I'll put it up here just so we remember it. And next I'm going to copy and paste for the next 2 bars. And what I like to do, if I'm doing half bar chords like this, I'll switch up the last note of the 4th bar. So let's see. So I think I'm going to do C sharp here. Let's hear that bass line again. So I like that a lot. There's our bass line. So now I'm going to make chords from the bass line. I like to draw my stuff in. So like I said, I don't actually play any instruments. I don't know music theory. But one thing I love about Logic, and I'm sure other DAWs have this, it has the scale quantize. So once you know your key, put it in here, and it will show you all the notes you can play that will keep your song in key, your chords in key. For example, if I move this note here, that Q sign is lit up. That means it's not in the key of B minor. So if I press that, it will automatically put it on a note that's in key. But it's just easy way to see like what notes you can play to make sure that your chords are in key. And one thing I do a lot, I notice you can make good chords out of this, is take the bass line and put those notes up an octave higher for the top notes, and then just find a middle note. But sometimes I like to play around with it. I don't always do that. Let's see what we can come up with here. I think I like that. I like that. Let's go. So I like that. I'm going to get rid of this here. I'm going to copy paste these 4 chords. And I'm going to switch up the last one. Bring this root note back up to C sharp. Hit Q to quantize it. See how that sounds? So here's our chords, guys. It's a 4-bar loop, 4 chords. As you can see, it's pretty simple, and you get quicker with trial and error and just practicing, doing it a lot, making a lot of music. You will find that you can make them pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a new track. Show you guys a few other things here. Let me delete these. And then you can play around with like the length of the chords and it will give you a different rhythm. So let me show you that here. Show you a couple examples of that. So in the first one, you could see the chords were half a bar. You can make a full bar. Oops, let me mute that. And a couple more examples. You could have the second chord start on the 4th beat of the first bar. That's another good rhythm I like. This is how that sounds. And then you can make the notes shorter as well. And this is really good for like EDM tracks, house tracks, in my opinion. So this is how that would sound. So as you can see, that's like quicker notes, more of them. They're hitting more, so gives you like a more up-tempo rhythm, which is good for house stuff. So that would be another example of that. And those are your chords, and then you can process them however you want. You can layer them, just create new instruments, copy and paste them, put other sounds on them. Just for example, I'll show you pad here. Let me go to this one though. Do some plucks. And then from that, I'll usually make a top melody. Not always, but sometimes. I like to just pull up my keyboard again for a starting point, or I'll just draw them in. Mostly draw them in though, draw in the notes. And again, I'll just make sure I'm playing the notes that are in key and use trial and error, use my ears, see what sounds catchy. Copy and paste that, change the last note again for variation. So that's a quick little top melody for you guys on top of our chords. And I'd recommend just playing around. Once you have your chords and your top melody, change around some of the notes for some variation. That really makes a huge difference, makes it sound interesting with variation. So anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. I just want to make a quick video showing you guys how I make chord progressions and bass lines. So if you have any questions, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see me make next. Really, definitely open to suggestions. And let me know any content you want to see from me. And stay tuned for new music. Appreciate you if you watch it this far. Much love. Appreciate anyone watching. So that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Peace.